Hello, YouTube pipe community. Brendan, Brandywine Valley Piper here. Hope everybody's doing well. It's Thursday, about 8 o'clock in the morning. Beautiful day out already. Loving this weather. It's cooled down. I think it's going to heat up again next week, but it's cooled down. It's 60 something this morning, and I think this weekend's going to be in the low 80s. So I'm loving it. Maybe we'll have a little bit of a fall this year. It always jumps right from summer to winter. So it'd be nice if we had a little bit of a fall, especially, here in Pennsylvania. It's so beautiful. Fall time when the leaves start changing, and, it's just a beautiful time, especially if you can drive across the state of Pennsylvania. It's so beautiful. Not this time of year, but once fall comes upon us. Drinking a cup of coffee in my Eagles mug. Got my Eagles hat on too, getting ready for the season coming up soon. Hopefully we have another good year. But it is Philadelphia, so we'll see what happens. Anyway, just wanted to get on here. Sorry, the camera's shaking. Let me try to fix this. My daughter was using my stand here, and it's a little wobbly. There we go. I think that's a little bit better. Before I get into it, some housekeeping. So, smoking my Rossi again, 673 version, and got my Zippo today. And in my Rossi, smoking some HH Burley Flake. This is one of my favorite Burleys, which I'm a little sad that it's gone. I pray it comes back, but I'm not holding my breath on that. I was able to get a couple tins of it before stop production of it, and we can't get it anymore. So I'm trying to smoke it sparingly so I can kind of have those tins last a little bit longer, stretch them out a little bit. But it goes great with some coffee. Excuse me. And anybody that doesn't know, it's three different types of Burleys. It is then there's some Virginia and a little bit of dark fired Kentucky. I don't really get a lot of the dark fired Kentucky or the Virginia. I'm mainly just getting the Burleys out of it. It's got, I'll give myself a tin note. This is about a year old. A little over a year old. I got, this was from July of last year. Definitely got a sweetness. You got, the hay, kind of what you normally get with Burleys, the nuttiness. But I do get some dark fruits, stewed fruits. Smells so good. But you got the hay notes, which I love. I live in the country here, so there's a lot of tobacco that is grown in this area. I'm close to Lancaster County, which is Amish land, and if I drive to Lancaster, I'll just be driving past cornfields and tobacco fields. So it's so awesome to drive, through that. It just, being in this hobby, it's so cool. Especially if I'm smoking a Burley and smoking a corn cob pipe, driving through. It's like one field here, next field is the tobacco, and then the corn, and it's just so cool. So, I've been around a lot of barns and tobacco, and just that hay, that that scent of, when it's hanging in the barn, when it's curing. This is bringing that out in spades. I love it. And I feel bad if you don't have it or if you never tried it, now that you can't get it anymore, but it's kind of what I was craving this morning. So it's what I threw in my pipe, and there was a reason I wanted to smoke a flake. Is I wanted to get everybody's, thoughts or opinions on how they prepare their flake tobaccos or their coin cut tobaccos. Do you rub it out, or do you, fold and stuff it? I do a little bit of both. I need to do a little more experimenting to see if I can tell the difference between one or the other. Does one smoke better? Does one taste better? I have noticed that sometimes I have more relights when I fold and stuff it in the beginning. But then when I rub it out, I seem like I have to relight it a lot more towards the end of the bowl. So I don't know if anybody else has that experience, but I want to experiment a little bit more with it to see, if you get the different flavors. I've heard some presenters talk about, Virginias when you fold and stuff. Seems to be a little bit sweeter. So I'm kind of playing around with that and wanted to get everybody else's opinion on what the difference is. Do you see a difference? Does it really matter? And what your thoughts are. So if you want to just leave that in the comments, I'd appreciate it. I'm always looking to learn more about this hobby, and that's something I was thinking about and wanted to get everybody else's opinion. Either way, I like it, but I wanted to see if you guys with a little bit more experience, you guys and gals with a little bit more experience than I have, notice a difference. So, like I said, I folded and stuffed this today. If I have a coin cut, if I don't rub it out, I'll just kind of roll it in a ball and stick it in the pipe. That's what I've been doing with the bullseye flake I just got, and it's been smoking real well. So let me know your thoughts on that. I'd appreciate to hear it. What I got on my agenda is looking forward to this weekend, taking the kids camping. We set up a camping trip with my brother and my niece to go camping. Actually, we're going up in Lancaster area today. Not today, I'm sorry. This weekend for our camping, so it's going to be nice and fun. So that's the plans for the weekend. Excited about that, and it's going to be in the 80s, so the weather's going to be perfect. Fingers crossed it doesn't rain, but it's not in the forecast, so I think we should be okay. Last time we went camping with my brother and my niece, it poured, and my tent wasn't the best at keeping the rain out, but his was a little bit better, so we end up hanging out in his tent most of the day, because mine was it wasn't real bad, but it was definitely puddling in the corners. So got to get all my camping stuff out. Hope everything is still intact and works, so we can have a nice weekend. So looking forward to that. Wanted to bring something else up, a little bit of a frustration, kind of an annoyance. I don't like to complain or anything when I'm doing videos or anything, but I was a little frustrated on Tuesday. So everybody probably knows Sun Bear came out on Tuesday at 6, and very limited quantities. Knew it wasn't going to be around for, probably would be gone in a couple hours. So I've never tried it. I've never had it. Something I've wanted to get, and I was looking forward to it this year. So I wanted to try to get a tin or two. So went to the site that you need to get it at. I'm not going to name names, but everybody probably knows what site I'm talking about. Started to go on right at 6 o'clock. And like I figured, I wouldn't be able to get in because of the heavy traffic, because everybody else in the world was trying to get in. So I try to refresh every couple minutes, every 5 minutes or so, see if I could get in. I was using the same device. I was doing it the same way. I know I probably should have tried different devices, but I didn't. So I just kept trying to refresh, see if I could get in. And then all of a sudden, I got blocked. So I tried to refresh and said, something malicious, so you're now blocked from the site. And I'm like, what in the Lord did I do? I didn't do anything different. I just refreshed the screen. Maybe that was the problem. But it said now I was blocked. Permission was blocked to get to the site. So I couldn't even get to the site anymore. Tried it a couple times. Tried to shut down my browser. Go back in, same thing. So that was frustrating. I knew it was going to be tough to get in, but I didn't expect it to get blocked. I mean, there's nothing malicious or anything like that on my phone. I'm not sure what's going on, so I don't know if anybody else experienced that or has ever experienced that. But that was a first for me. So I was a little frustrated with that, but I was like, oh, whatever. I guess I won't get it this year. Went to bed. And then when I woke up in the morning, I was like, let me see if I can get on there now. Boom. Got right in. I wasn't blocked anymore. So I don't really understand what was going on there. If I was blocked and there was an issue, why could I get on the next day? I don't know if it was from the refreshing. You can only do that a certain amount of times before it blocks you. I don't know, but I was a little frustrated. So I was looking forward to trying to get some Sun Bear this year, but that's not going to happen because it's obviously gone when I checked the next morning to see if I could get in, just for my peace of mind. Like, oh, let me check, see if I can get in. Obviously, it was gone. So that was a little frustrating. Nothing I can do about it now. But I just wanted to see if anybody else ever experienced that, or if that was my fault because I just kept refreshing. Let me know what you think. But I was a little bummed out. I won't get a chance to because I've never tried Sun Bear, so I'm a little bummed out that I'm not going to get a chance to get some this year. So enough of that. I don't want to really be complaining, but I'm pretty sure you'd be frustrated too if you dealt with that. But at this stage, it is what it is. But really enjoying this H.H. Burley flake. I just love the nuttiness of it. I love the fact that it's got the hay, it's got the stewed fruits, which seems to come out a little bit more as it ages. I've noticed that with this and the Amphora Burley, which I don't think that's around anymore either. So sorry if I'm talking about tobaccos that are discontinued, but I really wanted to pull this out today because I wanted to get everybody's opinion on what they do in terms of how they pack their flakes. So I would love to hear your opinions on that. So I've rambled on a little bit too long here. I'm almost at 15 minutes. So I hope everybody's doing well. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of this bowl and enjoy this nice weather. Make sure I got all my camping stuff that is still in working order, or I'm gonna have to go get some things, but I think everything should be good. So again, I hope everybody's doing well. Thanks for stopping by, and take care of yourself.